Hello, once again. This is Antonio, and I'm coming at you with another exciting video. Well, let's be candid. This is not an exciting video. There, I said it. It's not an exciting video. Know why? Because kids these days are underestimating the school system. They're underestimating the advantages of the school system. They're not using the school system the right way. In some countries, what they tend to do is they go to school because it's necessary. It's a necessary event. But here in America, for whatever reason, people are paying taxes on their home, and people are not taking advantage of those circumstances. And you have people that come from other countries and they take advantage because they know what's going on in their own countries. So they come here and they advance very, very well because they know that their education is the main reason for them so they can advance in society, right? But here in America, when you go on Twitter, Twitter is another world of itself. On Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it, you can share different videos, fight videos and everything. I saw assistant principals getting jumped by whole schools. And yes, the kids doing this are minorities. The people that the bottom of the pack, medium wise. When I say medium wise, I mean look at the spectrum of the medium. Like this is what I'm talking about. Financial families, ethnic groups with let's see, how do I word it? With the highest medium in the United States, in America, right? All right, so let's come over here. So first, let's talk about the sponsor of this video is Surfshock, a comprehensive review of the VPN service. In today's digital age, privacy and security are of utmost importance, with cyber criminals becoming a more sophisticated and governments monitor online activity. It's essential to take measures to protect your online identity. One way to do so is by using a virtual private network or VPN service. Among the many VPNs available in the market, Surfshock is one that has been gaining popularity. So, people, go ahead and get your VPN. Go ahead and get your VPN. All right. So, but let's go ahead and play this video before you know what? Let's see. All right, let's go ahead and do this.
Now at 5 o'clock, 2 students stabbed and others injured when a big fight breaks out here at Van Nuys High School. Good evening. You're watching KCAL News at 5 o'clock on CBS Los Angeles. I'm Chauncey Glover.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for being with us. I'm Susie Suh, in tonight for Pat Harvey. 3 students taken to the hospital from the campus of Van Nuys High School.
Now the LAUSD superintendent says there are plans to try to make that school safer. KCAL's Jeff Nguyen is joining us live from Van Nuys with more on the fight and the investigation. Jeff?
Chauncey and Susie, right behind us, a police car is still here even after a school lockdown was lifted. Investigators say that 3 students have been detained for stabbing on campus, but so far no news on any arrests.
My kids called me that he got jumped inside the school by, I guess, 10 individuals.
We met Raquel Medina as she was trying to reconnect with her son at Van Nuys High School during a lockdown Wednesday. LAUSD Superintendent Alberto Carvalho says 11 boys got into a brawl at the campus quad, which led to a stabbing attack.
He wasn't stabbed, but he is really injured. They kicked him in the head and the body.
SkyCal was over the scene as this young man was taken out of a building on a stretcher to an ambulance. Carvalho says 2 students were stabbed and taken to a hospital, but their injuries are not life-threatening. Catherine, who asked us not to share her last name, says her brother tried to help.
And he told me that there was 2 victims that got stabbed, and he was carrying one of them.
The superintendent says LA school police got to campus within 3 minutes after the call for help. 3 students were quickly detained.
There is no current threat to our campus, and all students and staff remain safe. We are informing you of a stabbing incident.
2 recorded messages were sent to parents about what happened. Carvalho was asked about a policy approved by the school board 2 years ago, in which police officers are not assigned to campuses during the day.
I have authorized principals and region superintendents with the ability to request the presence of law enforcement.
Carvalho says officers are now deployed to Van Nuys High School. The district is investigating whether reports about tension building on campus were made before the fight. 2 more students were injured. One was treated at school, the other was taken to a hospital, which we believe is the son of Raquel Medina, who's a teacher in the district.
I had to leave my class to come here.
And students were kept in classrooms for the rest of the school day. Their lunches were delivered to them in class instead of having them eat at the cafeteria or the quad area. For now, we are live in Van Nuys. Jeff Nguyen, KCAL News.
All right, Jeff, thank you very much. And tomorrow night at 11, right here on CBS Los Angeles, an exclusive investigation into...
Okay, so why do kids with the lowest medium, that live in families with the lowest medium, always cause the most mischief? When you look at the Asian population medium, that's all the people adults of age that's contributing to the household. It's $100,000. White, not Hispanic, about 78,000. Hispanic, 57,000, and black, 48,000. But when you pay attention, these sectors put their families in the most headaches because you get in trouble, your parents can't come save you. They can't get you out of juvenile or jail or whatnot because they don't have the means. They are too busy trying to save themselves. Right? 2 students were hospitalized with stab wounds after a large brawl at Van Nuys High School Wednesday morning. The violence unfolded around 11 a.m. in the school's quad area, involving about 11 students. As a result of that incident, at least 1 student produced what is at this point an identified weapon. So basically, he went prison style. He produced a shank. If it's metal detectors at the school, which I'm quite sure there are, but I don't live in California, Van Nuys, but even smaller cities with less crime, less population, got metal detectors at their schools. He was able to stab 2 students. Alberto Carvalho, superintendent of the Los Angeles Unified School District, said at a news conference those 2 students have been transported to a local hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. 2 other students were hospitalized with injuries, while a 5th was treated at the scene. Police say 3 students were detained in connection with the brawl and stabbing, which witnesses believe may have been gang-related. You think? I wonder why you don't hear a lot of Indian American gangs. I don't think I've ever heard of one Indian American gang. Not to say they are, not to say they're not, but I have never heard of an Indian American gang. I haven't. And that's the sector with the highest medium. That's the population with the highest medium, Indian Americans. And medium doesn't mean that Indians make more money than anybody else. That means that because Indian Americans tend to stick together, they tend to have more money because adults don't leave until they're married. Carvalho said the police response was swift, but hampered by a relatively new policy that doesn't allow LA school police on campuses without the LAPD district. That policy, he says, will change immediately. As of today, Van Nuys will have the presence of an officer within its school facilities. So my question is, right? How do you feel about the circumstances that surround the schooling today? Already, and I did a video about this, and it didn't perform well. And it spoke about our teachers to blame, which I'm going to tag in this video. It says, are teachers to blame for your child low production rate? As a matter of fact, it says in California, and I'm going to go and share my screen one more. 68% of prisoners in California reads on a fourth grade level. Let me see if I can find this, and then I'll read. Okay. I'll read it to you. 68%. All right. Let's go here. Let me share my screen once more, so people can see that it's not a joke, people. Let me share my screen once more. This is not a screen. This is not a joke, people. All right. So the prison to pipeline, read or go to jail. Read or go to jail. In 2018, the private prison project, and y'all so concerned about gangs. Oh, I want a gang. I stand up on my gang. I stand on principle. I stand on this. The private correctional industry, as we know now, if see it grew out of 80s privatization favor. Like so many corporate promises, the prospect of a quick fix have gotten many a government partner to sign on. But let's go here. Let's go here. 90% of all public school parents are wrong. They think their kids read and do math on grade level, but they don't. Parents believe this, no matter their own income, educational level, race, or ethnicity. Half of the white students on a grade level in math and reading by fourth grade. The percentages are lower for African Americans and Hispanics. Right? You see that right now? African Americans and Hispanics reads at a fourth grade level more than any other ethnic group. This is what the hell it says. Why does that matter, Team Tiggio? Why does that matter? Kids are passed on from grade to grade and graduate high school on time. So that's why parents think their kids are fine. The high school graduation rate is over 80%, and fewer than 2% of students are held back a grade. So perhaps parents can't be blamed for thinking their own kids are at least on par with their peers. Many states' tests don't show 90% of kids performing on grade level. All right. OECD comparison of children living in poverty. All right. 25% Turkey, 24.3 Israel, 23.4 Spain, 22.5 Chile, and US 20.5. But the problem is most kids are reading on a fourth grade level, and in California, 68% of kids that's in jail or adults in jail reads on a fourth grade level. These are the same kids that don't have time to be fighting each other representing no gang, because prison is going to be your backup plan. right. So thank everybody who tuned into this broadcast. This is Antonio with Team Tiggio. I'm gonna stay on top of these type videos because this is a sad set of circumstances. This is Antonio with Team Tiggio, and we will see you in the next video.